Alright, hello to all of you. We are doing a flight to Rio de Janeiro, and this is going to be a pretty fun flight. We got everything programmed in the computer, everything's ready to go. I am just going to input this into self-loaded cargo with 126 passengers. So let's get this going, and we will set. So here we go. We got 126 passengers. This is all ready to go. We can input our services. We're only going to have drinks, no alcohol. So we're going to disable the alcohol, and that will be it for that. And then we'll start GSX and get things going. Let's do it. This is going to be fun. And it's a nice lovely day, early in the morning. Our flight attendant's going to call us, and we'll answer.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. How are you?
Hi there, I'm fine, thanks.
Great. We're just getting ready for departure, but if you need anything, just give me a call.
Jetway is connected.
No problem.
It's ready to go. We are going to start our flight. Request boarding, because we're ready to go.
Boarding requested.
And here they are. Here's all the vehicles all lined up. Gonna get going. We don't have
Ground to
stairs,
cockpit.
nothing like that.
Go ahead.
So this is going to be great.
Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please.
Ground has
Microphone check is 5 out of 5.
contacted us.
Passengers
Okay,
are
Captain.
responding.
Radio check is complete. We'll contact you when we're ready to start loading.
Okay, so
Roger.
what we're going to do is we'll start the APU in a minute, but not right away.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. We're ready to start boarding. Are we okay to begin?
Yes, give permission.
Yes, you can start boarding if you're ready.
Excellent. We'll get started then, and I'll let the rest of the crew know we're ready. It might take a few minutes for the passengers to start arriving, though.
And that'll be great.
All stations, we're about to start boarding.
We got everything all set here. We just get passengers coming in. And this is going to be fun. I guess we could get our APU started.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We're starting the APU now. Stand by for ground power disconnection in a few minutes. Roger.
Wash shift the APU.
We'll monitor the startup from down here and let you know if we see anything untoward. Roger.
And we want to check our APU generation. Okay. As soon as the pressure light goes out, that means we're ready to hit the APU bleed. We'll do that, and then we'll watch for
Ground to cockpit.
generator.
Go ahead. APU startup seems good. Nothing to report. Please disconnect ground power. Roger. Stand by.
We can hit that now.
Ground power has been disconnected. Roger.
There we are. We have APU all set, ready to go. We can disconnect the ground power, and we can go into the computer and release that ground power. We don't need that anymore. So we're good. We've got 96 passengers. And we can do an announcement.
Good morning from the cockpit. This is your captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you on board this morning's flight to Rio de Janeiro. We're currently preparing for departure up here in the cockpit, and once we're airborne, we'll be climbing to our cruise level of 21,000 feet. We hope to depart very shortly. We're not expecting any delays. Once we push back from the stand, the cabin crew will start securing the cabin. As we head to the departure runway, please make sure you're seated and secured as they make their way around the aircraft. The weather is not looking particularly brilliant, so it might be a little uncomfortable at times as we climb to our cruise level. There's nothing to worry about. Just make sure you keep an eye on the seatbelt sign, and I'll turn it off once we're in clearer air. Once we're airborne, there shouldn't be any issue during our climb. It's a pretty straightforward departure out of the airport, so nothing to worry about there. The wind forecast during our cruise looks very favorable, so we expect to arrive on time at our destination, but we will of course keep you up to date should there be any changes. We'll be making a departure just as soon as the ground crew finish loading the baggage into the hold of the aircraft. If you can get seated and secured with your belts on in the meantime, that will speed things up nicely. Thank you very much for flying with us, and I hope you enjoy the flight. Ground to cockpit.
Ladies
Go
and
ahead.
gentlemen, welcome on
Hi
board
Captain,
the
just a quick update to let you
Service.
know that we've started loading.
Please place your large bags
We'll
into
contact
the
you again
overhead
once we're
wheels
done.
first, and keep your
Yeah, we
small
do all
items
that.
under the seat
Roger.
in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag,
So,
please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt
it is a
departure,
beautiful
we would
day
kindly
today.
ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining
Got
customs
some
to board.
clouds over there though.
Your seatbelts can now be
So
fastened
we're
ready
going to
for
have
departure.
to
This is a no-smoking service.
keep an eye out on that.
Thank you for observing this policy.
That's why I said that there might be some moderate weather out there. But it's a beautiful day nevertheless. And actually, what we can do is we can monitor our trim. Set that up there. And that should be good right there. So we are all set on that. We will set our QNH barometer there. Got all that set. And they're loading. Which is a good thing. And then as soon as they're loaded, we will prepare and do a pushback. And head out to the skies and start this flight. It's not going to be a very long flight, as I'll show you here. This is our flight route. As far as Microsoft Flight Simulator is concerned, but our route here may be slightly different. But that's what generally it's going to be. Landing there. It's pretty much a short route. I figure less than an hour. We will get things underway. Let's see their progress. They got 78 items out of 121. That's alright. Plenty of fuel. Everything is ready to go. Let's check out progress here. Oh yeah, they're loading. Have our autopilot set. And to take a quick look, we are heading out, taking off runway 20 for Vapor 1 Skimmy transition. And I'll show you on the legs. That's what that is there. And then we're going to be having our arrivals. That's our departure to our arrivals. And then there's our approach to runway 28. that's how that's going to go. I'll show you on the flight plan how we got this. So, runway 20 takeoff, rapid departure, transition
Ground to cockpit.
They finish loading.
Go ahead. Loading has been completed. We're sending the load sheet up to you now. We'll contact you once the aircraft is closed up, then we'll get you moving. Roger.
And then we're going to...
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Okay, here's the load sheet from ground. I've written the passenger count here, the crew
For
count
arrivals,
here, and a
it's gonna
total
be
number of
Devera.
souls, not including yourself, here.
right here.
Thanks a lot.
Okay,
with
looks
the
like we're all set
ILS
to go whenever you're ready.
V28 approach on final. With multiple transition. I'm going to transition into our arrival here. So it'll be very quick. So we're going to tell them that I'll remove the jetway.
Excellent. I'll instruct ground that we're ready to remove the jetway, and you can go ahead and close the doors.
And we can do
No
that.
problem.
And go to ground services. And remove the jetway. Remove the chocks. They can arm the doors. The doors closed. And then the request for pushback. So there's our jetway, it's all set. These doors should be moving. Wait, the doors are closed. You know what? I might have to do this over here. There we go. And yeah, we're pretty much good to go. All right.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead. We're ready to disconnect. Thanks very much. Pin straight ahead and we'll see you again soon.
Okay, so here we go, and we will tell them to arm the doors.
Cabin crew, doors to automatic, please.
Okay, doors will go to automatic. We can set for our pushback, requesting pushback. We're gonna have the
Hello,
accent.
Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Yeah, we're ready for pushback. Okay. Do your pushback.
Departure checks completed. Bypass inserted.
They're securing the cabin for takeoff. Here is the announcement, safety announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
Black
now ask
engine.
for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety
And we
card
have
is in your seat
to
pocket
set
showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and
our
brace position,
packs
which you must
off.
adopt if you hear brace. Brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs
Okay,
are on, and we
we're
recommend that
going
you
to
keep it fastened at all
go,
times. If the air supply
nose
fails,
right,
masks will drop from above you.
tail left.
Pull a mask to
Release the
to
parking
start the
brakes,
oxygen.
please.
Put the mask over
Vitoria
your nose
ground
and mouth,
Delta
hold in
450,
place with
ready
the
to
strap and
taxi
pull on
IFR.
each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others.
and hold
If
short
we
of
land
runway
on water,
20
take the
using
life jacket
taxiway
from under your
Charlie
seat.
cross runway
Put
24
it over your
Alpha.
head.
Contact
Cast the
tower
tapes
on
around your waist.
118.
Click
Hey,
together
easy
and
parking
pull the
brakes,
strap to
please.
adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle.
Okay, hold
If it
on.
fails to inflate
Yeah.
or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention.
That should be,
We also carry flotation aids for children.
Hey, easy
Your
parking
tray
brakes,
table must now be
please.
stowed, armrest down, window
Commencing
blinds
push.
open and seatbelt fastened.
All engines clear.
We wish you a pleasant
Start
flight
that way.
and thank you for flying with self-loading cargo.
okay, so here is the thing. We have a problem with this because we have to
Delta
start this.
450, did you hear my last transmission?
You're supposed to answer that
Taxiing hold
stupid
short runway
co-pilot.
20 via taxiway Charlie cross runway 24 Alpha Delta
And
450.
this should be loaded. Right? It is. So that should be working fine. So we'll do that again. And let's see what happens. There we go. That's perfect. I had to rerun that, not sure why, but and we could tell GSX to stop here. Start engine number 2. Okay. We'll set our lights on
Preset parking brakes.
and
Unlocking gear.
we're going to announce that they're not ready for, they're still securing the cabin. So that's okay. We have everything set. We're going to put our flaps on a 1. Just set those. Get those ready to go. It's probably going to have, say, check takeoff speeds. Yeah, I know that. But that's okay. That's not a problem whatsoever. Because that's the takeoff speeds that I selected. And it's going to work.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
See what's going on here. There we go. Holding position. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Traffic on
just to let you know that we are
taxiway.
currently holding position. Air traffic control require us to park here until other aircraft vacate the taxiway. It should only take a few moments, then we can get going. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, bye-bye. There we go. Alright. Cabin should be secured. It's not yet. But I'm going to keep quiet for a minute because I'm going to put this on voice while I taxi, so when she calls me I can tell her that I'm ready for her to take a seat. Hello. Hello.
Hi, Captain. Just to let you know that the cabin is secure for takeoff.
You can take your seats now. We're almost ready.
No problem. All stations, please be seated for takeoff.
See how easy that is with voice? Now when I make these videos and live stream, I can't do that and then talk for the video because they sometimes seem to think that I'm talking to them. So, I mean, they're only supposed to detect certain phrases and words and stuff like that, like, you know, cockpit to crew or something like that, but sometimes it just pops right up and becomes a problem. So we are going to mosey on over to our runway, and while we do that, we can quickly turn our packs on. It's weird how this turns sometimes. If we don't have those on and we forget to turn them on, it's going to complain about the cabin pressure, things like that. So I tend to turn them on early. They should be on the checklist on the taxi anyway. It gives you something to do. Pretty much. This runway is a little bit uneven because when I turn, sometimes it likes to lean on one side. So everything looks good over here. Self-loading cargo end. Everything looks good in the aircraft. Everything is set for a takeoff. And this is our runway right up here. We'll hug the curve, kind of like that. It's always a good practice to do that in case an aircraft decides they're going to land there. Miscommunication. So we're going to do a left hard turn right over here. That's how we're going to do that. That's the way the taxiway is designed. There's no taxi road that brings us in over on that side. So aircraft have to come in. That's what these yellow lines are for the taxi routes. Right over here. Excuse me. And do a hard left turn to be on the runway. Slow it down for a hard left turn. And there we go. Hit the brakes a little bit.
Vitoria Tower Delta 450 at runway 20 ready for departure IFR to Galileo.
Delta 450 altimeter 29er decimal 8 tree wind 054 at 7. Cleared for takeoff runway 20.
We have a clear for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff runway 20 Delta
This is a
450.
fairly short runway. And we'll park right here for a second. Announce a holding position.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that we are currently holding position.
I'll lie.
There are other aircraft on approach. It should only take a few moments, then we can get going.
Okay,
Thank you.
so we're gonna set this. Set the RTO. We have our lights on. That's check. Everything is good there. And we have flaps set to 1. So we're good there. Our trim is good. We are ready to go. As soon as we take off, we're going to take a right turn to our departure. And here we go. I'm going to hold the brake on this one a little bit while I give it some fuel. And then let go. Go to Toga.
Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
80 knots.
100 knots.
Rotate.
V1.
E2.
Yeah.
Positive rate of climb.
0.
Positive rate, gear up.
And we will set our autopilot on.
Delta 450 contact,
Right
Brazilian
now.
Center on 124.8. Good day.
And set the
124.8 Delta 450. Goodbye. Brasilia
we'll
Center
set it
Delta
to
450 is passing 1,200 feet, climbing
set it to
5,000
28.
feet.
Delta
We're at 1,000
450 Brasilia
feet.
Center
We
altimeter
can
29er decimal
flaps
83
up.
radar contact. Continue to VAPOC.
And we will start our auto throttle in just a moment. Okay, our auto throttle is set.
Delta 450 climb and maintain flight level 180.
So we're going to go to 180.
Climb and maintain flight level 180 Delta 450.
And we'll bring up our climb rate. Everything looks good, and we will release the cabin crew.
Cabin crew, you're free to move around the cabin.
And do an announcement that we're heading to our cruise altitude.
Good morning once again from the cockpit. I hope all is well with you and you're enjoying flying with us so far.
Okay, so that's it. We
We're
can
currently
tell
climbing up
the
to our cruising
cruise
altitude of
start
21,000
entrance.
feet, so I thought I'd give you a quick update. We're making good progress towards our destination and expect to arrive on time as planned. You'll next hear from me just before we start our descent.
Okay, we are
I'll be
on
sure to keep you
our
updated if anything
departure.
changes, but in the meantime, please feel free to relax and take advantage of our onboard facilities.
Turn off the taxi
Thanks
lights.
very much.
You can turn off the runway lights
Ladies
as well.
and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelts
Leave
fastened
those
while the
on.
seatbelt sign is on. We
We'll
recommend
turn
that
off
you keep your
our
seatbelt
landing
fastened
lights when we
whenever
hit
you are seated.
10,000, which will be
Toilets are
very
located
briefly.
at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes. In just a few moments we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. All details can be found in your in-flight brochure. You can also purchase a selection of hot beverages together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies and debit or credit cards.
Everything looks
The correct
perfect.
change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance,
on our way.
then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly. Thank you.
Okay, and another 400 feet will be at 10,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to serve our hot drinks menu.
We are at 10,000.
Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisles. Thank you.
Seatbelt signs come off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, so you are now free to move around the cabin. However, for your safety, we do recommend that you remain seated with your belt fastened at all times during the flight. Thank you.
Just at a stall because we had a climb rate that was too high.
Hi, Captain.
How's it going?
We're busy serving drinks at the moment.
Okay, I'll let you get back to work. That didn't understand me. Okay, I'll let you get back to work. Okay, I'll let you get on with it. Okay, thank you. Doesn't understand that. All right, I'll let you get on with it.
No problem.
Maybe I was speaking too loud. Excuse me. I have picked up a cold somewhere. Now the cabin crew is...
Delta 450 climb and maintain
See what I mean?
level
When I
210.
talk, thinks I'm calling him.
Climb and maintain flight level 210 Delta 450.
Cockpit to cabin crew. Cockpit to cabin crew. Cockpit to flight attendant.
Good morning once again from the cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the flight so far. Just to keep you updated, we look to be making good progress and are expecting to arrive on time as planned. We'll keep you posted if anything changes, but in the meantime enjoy the remainder of the flight and I'll speak to you again once we're about to start our descent. Thanks a lot.
Cockpit to flight attendant. Cockpit to intercom. Intercom, please.
Hi.
Can you bring me some water? Hi, would it be possible to have a bottle of water?
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments we will be starting our in-flight movie.
She's gonna
If you
start
require
the
headphones,
in-flight movie.
please contact a flight attendant and we'll be happy to help. For those of you who brought your own, you can plug them into the armrest to the side of you. Tune to channel 11 on the in-flight entertainment system. Thank you. No problem at all. Once we're finished serving the drinks, I'll bring it to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so it did hear me. It just happened to have to make the announcement for the movie flight. So, there we go. So, yeah, everything looks good. We are on our way. We'll be descending, actually, in about 15 minutes. So I'll announce that 5 minutes from now that we're going to be descending.
Delta 450, please expedite your climb flight level 210.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm too busy with this bullshit. And 21,000 there. No change. Hello. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Your drinks are ready. They're in the storage area, so feel free to collect them whenever you're free.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
It didn't pick up my voice because I activated it after she called me. So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start one of our in-flight movies. If you'd like to watch, please plug in your headphones and select channel 18 from your armrest remote. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the film.
Descending in about maybe 13 minutes. We'll announce that soon. So, we're at 21,000 and we are set for 335 knots and it is climbing to that speed. Got almost a full boat of passengers here. Could take 160, we've got 126. So we have a full aircraft, pretty much almost full. Not quite, but and yeah. Now we will turn on our terrain because there are some mountains over here, as you can see here. So we can't descend too much. We can't get to 5,000 feet until we reach this area. So we have to be a little bit careful. We'll descend to 10,000 feet. Actually 11,000. And then progress as we need. And it is kind of a shitty day actually. I thought it was going to be a straight out. Cloudy. There's a lot of clouds out here. So we are all the way. We can't see a thing. However, we have our TCAS on, so we're safe from that regard. If there's any traffic, we will know about it. TCAS will automatically take over to help avoid any kind of collision. we can announce 10-minute descent. Cockpit to intercom. Intercom, please.
Hi, Captain.
Just to let you know, we have 10 minutes before descent.
Captain.
Just to let you know, we'll be descending in 10 minutes. Just to let you know,
Just give me a buzz if you need anything.
Intercom.
Hi, Captain.
Just to let you know, we'll be descending in about 10 minutes. Just to let you know.
Are you there?
Just to let you know, there's around 10 minutes before we descend. Just to let you know, there's around 10 minutes before we
Just give me a buzz if you need anything.
It didn't understand me. Intercom. Maybe I can hold the mic further away. Intercom, please.
Hi.
We've got about 10 minutes until descent.
No problem.
Well, that was easy.
Good morning once again from the cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the flight so far. We'll be starting our descent in approximately 10 minutes. The arrival weather forecast looks a little windy, but other than a few bumps, it should be a fairly straightforward approach into the airport. We're not expecting any delays, so we should be able to land fairly quickly. Once we do begin our descent, please listen to the cabin crew carefully and pay attention to any instructions they provide. Please also monitor the seatbelt sign during our approach. Thanks for flying with us, and I'll speak to you again soon.
Okay, so let's throw on our spoilers. Slow us down a little bit quicker. Actually, we're going to be descending a little earlier, I think. So we'll see what happens. This voice, I don't really use this when we're doing a stream on YouTube because this gets affected. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But alright, we're slowed down pretty much. And we shall be to our airport very shortly. As far as self-loaded cargo is concerned, really actually know why that set that time in there on that. The Nvidia was before 1325. Probably about 12, 15, 1225 maybe, something like that. Maybe 1230. So we got a half-hour window there. We're doing block time 33 minutes. And we're getting closer to our arrival. Actually, this is our arrival down here. But we're finishing up on our departure. Basically, this is the departure still. Departure route. That's how short this flight is. Got about 5-6 minutes to descend. We can turn that back to off. We don't need that. Now the weather looks like it's getting better. To where we're going to see the mountains. Not as much cloud cover. The clouds way back there. So it looks like we might have an actual good visual approach when we get there. Looks good so far. And I am in Florida, United States. It is 2:05 a.m. at the moment. So I don't have to set the real time. I do get it set to real weather, but not real time. Because I wanted to get the nice bright daylight. And people are still requesting services when they've been over for quite some time. Shame on you, self-loading cargo. It's not fixed yet. So it's going to have that bug error saying that all services was not rendered. I guarantee it. It might even have the Wi-Fi and toilets weren't managed properly. I'm going to show this video to Steve if he looks at it. That way he can see it. I'm sure he knows about it anyway. I brought it to his attention about a month ago, maybe. Close to a month ago. And he said he was going to look into it, but so far I haven't seen an update yet. So maybe it's taking some time to do that. I don't know. But hopefully that will be fixed. That'll make this a lot more fun. It's not fun to see all this garbage that comes up here. I'm even considering turning all that junk off. Because it's minute, you know, that's not a fair representation. So why have it on to try and score you? It's just going to minus you points for something that's not your fault. So that's, you know, that's a major problem. So it's taking the fun away from that. However, I still do encourage you to purchase self-loading cargo because it will. I can almost guarantee that it will be fixed. I can't speak for the author, Steve, but he's very good at fixing problems and coming up with updates. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll be taken care of. It's a lot of fun. You know, it syncs with GSX and voice activated, which I use, and I don't fly while streaming. So it's keeps your hands free, so you don't have to hit all kinds of things. So it brings the realism to this. Very well. I'm going to request in about a minute to descend to 11,000 feet. Whether it gives me permission or not, I'm doing it. I'm going to tell them to prepare cabin crew for arrival as soon as he announces the descent. And I'm going to request descend 10,000 feet reduction.
Brasilia Center, Delta 450. Request 11,000 feet.
Delta 450 descend and maintain 14,000 feet. Expect 11,000 feet.
Alright, so let's put on our spoilers.
Descend and maintain 14,000 feet. Expect
Set
11,000 feet. Delta
this
450.
to 2,500 feet per minute. And it will automatically tell them we've begun our descent. And we can actually descend a little faster because we're not going below 10,000. Let's see if it has a accurate descent here. There we go.
Good morning once again from the cockpit. As you may have noticed, we've begun our descent. We should be arriving in around 20 minutes depending on local air traffic, and I will shortly be instructing the cabin crew to get the cabin ready for our arrival. After that, the seatbelt sign will be illuminated and you'll need to stay seated until after landing. On that note, if you need to use a toilet, then you should try to visit one now as they will be closed during the approach. For now though, I will wish you a very good morning once again, and I'll speak to you in a short while once we've landed.
Okay. Once we hit 11,000, we can tell the cabin crew to prepare for arrival. To secure the cabin. So let's see. We're at 16,000.
Delta 450 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing anyway, schmuck.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Delta 450.
Yeah, descend it, maintain 11,000. That's the plan, pal. We're actually cruising pretty fast. You're going to see the mountains, as you can see them there. And I will turn the terrain on. And I think I'll turn the terrain on that side as well. Actually, I'll bring it to 20 mile radius. Can we do the prepare cabin for arrival yet? Nope. Not till we hit 11,000, I think. Doesn't matter what altitude we're descending to. It's where it's at 11,000. Allows you to tell them. Should be able to do that earlier, but here we are, so we should be able to prepare the cabin for landing.
Cabin crew, prepare the cabin for landing.
Okay, they should be managing all this stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing.
Now
Please
I could
ensure
go
your
in there
cabin
and
bag is
start
safely
turning all
stowed
this
with
shit
your
off,
laptop
but they're
inside.
supposed to manage this.
Your tray
Let's see
table
if
must
they
be
do it.
stowed,
I bet you
armrest
get there.
down,
There's
and
the
windows
service
lined
provision
open.
area right there.
You now
There it
need to be
is.
seated with your seatbelt
There it
fastened ready
is.
for landing.
Right there.
Please help us by handing in any
That's a bug.
rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
Now, this happens in every cabin
Thank you.
layout, by the way, not just this one. I've even used the default layout. It still does that. So we're gonna actually slow this down to 200 knots, keeping the spoilers on until it gets close to there. And we'll be descending to 5,000 feet. I'm gonna turn on our lights. Actually, we're gonna go to 11,000 here. 10,000. We could hit one notch of flaps. Now we got these mountains over here, so we have to be careful. We won't be able to descend excuse me, until we hit this area, because the mountains are all right over here. As you can see that on the radar. Oops, we got some turbulence there. And so, yeah, we have to clear this before we start descending any further.
Delta 450, you are 400 feet below your assigned altitude.
Yeah.
Climb and maintain 11,000 feet altimeter, 29.8 tree.
I'm going to request...
Climb and maintain 11,000 feet Delta 450.
Increase by 5,000 feet.
Brasilia Center Delta 450. Request 6,000 feet.
It's going
Delta
to deny.
450, request denied.
Screw you. Alright. So here we are. We have our terrain right here. We got mountains over here, so we're going to be careful as how we descend here. We can pick up some speed though. He's going to tell us in a minute to descend to 5,000 feet anyway.
Delta 450, please expedite your climb 11,000 feet.
I'm going to go to 5,000. We got some turbulence showing right there, the turbulence, which I can feel that. I see it. And as you could probably see it, the aircraft is drifting and dropping.
Delta 450, please expedite your climb 11,000 feet.
Don't think so. I believe we gotta actually wait till around here before we get to 5,000. We can just send another 1,000 for now, and we'll do that. Just a slow rate. So we got another couple of miles.
Delta 450, please expedite your climb 11,000 feet.
Isn't that a pain in the ass? You know what I could do? I could say, see you later.
Brasilia Center Delta 450 would like to cancel IFR.
Yeah, that
Delta
takes care of that.
450 IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
Excuse me, I had to blow
Good
my
day.
nose. Sucks having the cold.
Brasilia Center Delta
Someone was
450
just
is type
asking
Boeing
for service and
73717
see
miles
passenger
northeast of Sierra Bravo, November Yankee 9,500 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Delta 450 Brasilia Center. Squawk tree 222.
Okay.
Squawk Tree 222 Delta 450.
So now,
Delta 450 radar contact 15 miles northeast of Sierra Bravo, November Yankee 9,300 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Delta
as we
450.
can see a flight
Delta
plan.
450 contact approach on 129.0. Good day.
So we're around here.
129 decimal 0 Delta 450. Goodbye.
Okay.
Approach Delta 450
Here we
9,000 feet.
Delta 450, approach altimeter 29.78 radar contact. Continue to GL 036.
Let's.
Galileo Tower Delta
Go for
450 is
landing.
30 miles east 8,900
Here we
feet
go.
with
We
uniform
can,
to land.
Delta 450 Galileo Tower.
Raise
Altimeter 29.78, wind 019 at 4. Fly straight in runway 28.
Fly
they didn't
straight in
secure
runway
the
28 Delta
cabin crew yet,
450.
but now she did.
Hello?
Hi, Captain. The cabin is secured for landing.
We're almost ready actually, so you can take your seats now.
Okay.
No problem. All
Here we go.
stations,
We can,
seats for landing, please.
We can bring our landing gear down for some drag. We're gonna go all the way down to 2,000 feet. Beginning our approach, final approach. Right here, we're actually on it. So we can hit our approach button. We can hit another notch of flaps. So we're not in the red. So we might hit the red. This descent rate, but slow it down even more. 160. Not on a fuel. We'll be able to throw on another 2 flaps in a second. 160. Actually, we can do that right now. Don't need the terrain on anymore. And we do not need our packs on it anymore either.
2,500.
And another notch of flaps. Full flaps at 40. And our iOS is right on here. So we are at 2,000 feet. Well, a little bit lower. So we can bring it up to 2,000 feet. Looks like there's going to be some turbulence. It's going to be a bumpy landing. I can almost see the airport from here, straight ahead. And our approach has been picked up. Single channel. It's holding the altitude, and it will start descending. Kind of rots having a cold, but I still like to do this anyway. Now I can see the runway. Straight ahead, right here. As you can see it right there, there it is. There's our runway. Yes. And we are now going to be picking up that diamond. Here we are. We are on the slope now, and we're going to continue to descend. Bring the speed down to 130. We're gonna arm our spoilers. I forgot to turn those off, by the way. Not a big deal, it's just going to use more fuel. The spoilers are on, full flaps, and we're going to set our auto brake on 3.
100 tree at 5. Clear to land runway 28.
Clear to land runway 28 Delta 450.
And I will disconnect the autopilot. Now, watch the way I disconnect the autopilot. I do not use this.
1,000.
Because if I use that, then I have to go down here, and I have to turn the alarm off. And so the way I do it is much more convenient. And there's the error for the Wi-Fi and the landing lights on and all that crap, which was, that was bullshit as well.
Traffic. Traffic.
Here's some traffic. So I'm going to turn off the autopilot. See how it only buzzed a couple times. It is windy. Oh boy, we have a wind. I am making adjustments. We are.
200.
I will cut the power at 30 feet.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Cut the power.
20. 10.
Yeah, nice soft landing. Here we go. Bring the nose down and put on the reverse thrust. We can turn it off now because
Delta 450
we don't want to
turn,
keep
next taxiway.
the reverse thrust any lower than 60 knots, really, because it could damage the engines. All kinds of debris could get sucked into it.
Delta 450
all that
contact
stuff.
ground on 131.05.
And I will turn that to automatic.
131.05 Delta
the cabin crew will
450.
shortly be leaving their seats
Goodbye.
to perform safety-related
We
duties.
got that.
However, we ask that you remain seated until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging,
Cabin
calls,
crew,
or
please
internet
set doors to
access
manual.
may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal
Okay,
belongings
let's
with you,
contact
checking
ground,
the seat
get to the
pocket, underneath
gates.
the seat and in the overhead lockers.
Galileo Ground
Do
Delta
take care when opening
450
your
request
lockers in
taxi
case
to the
anything
gate.
falls out. Smoking is
Delta
not permitted
450
until you reach a
taxi to gate
designated
Alpha
smoking
45
area.
using taxiway
On
Delta
behalf of the
Delta
captain
November
and the
Tango
crew, it
Mike
has been
Lima
our
1.
pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your self-loading
Taxiing to
cargo
gate Alpha
journey.
45 using
For the
taxiway
latest
Delta
news,
Delta November
promotions,
Tango
flight
Mike Lima
and
1 Delta
destination
450.
information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter, or the official self-loading cargo app. Thank you.
Here we are. See how you get the error up on self-loading cargo saying your landing was perfect, but I only got 99 out of 100 points. What the hell is up with that? This does need some major fixing on some things. Whatever he did on the last update kind of screwed around with a few things there. What's this error about? Cabin not secured? Well, of course not. Is quite a long ride to the gates from this runway, particular runway, but this runway is a perfect runway. I love using this runway to land here. It's got a beautiful ILS system, which I like. nice steady cruise on the taxiway to our gates. Everything looks fine. It's kind of cloudy over here too as well, but we did get a good visual of the runway. And this did kind of complain that low on fuel a couple times, but that's just an indicator. We have plenty of fuel there, so we're still in the green. Actually, we could have even landed with a little bit less than that, which would be more ideal. Less pressure on the landing gear, but I was able to maintain a soft landing anyway with a good flare and approach. You can do anything. So we're going to slow it down here because we have a bridge we're coming up to, and we do not want to see how there's like a bend here. We don't want to cause any stress. There's traffic that goes underneath that, as you can see. There's our bridge. It's a little bumpy too over here. Watch this. See that? See that? There's the bumps there. So you don't really want to go flying over that too fast on the taxiway. You can cause some damage to the aircraft, particularly if you had like a Cessna 172 or something. That would definitely cause a problem if you went too fast. If you hit that, you could set the wheel off the ground or something, smack back into the ground. Maybe even cause you to flip over if you're going too fast. So, I am familiar with this airport, and I do know that bridge that's there, which is why I slowed it down dramatically on time. Yeah. Now over here is nice and flat, no problems here. Pick up a little bit of speed on our taxi. There we go. Doesn't seem too busy here at the airport at this hour. But we're actually an hour and 6 minutes early. Self-loading cargo I should have told that the self-loading cargo that would be arriving an hour earlier. I didn't really notice that, didn't look at it, my bad. But if this was in real life, people would be happy to be an hour earlier than they thought. An hour late? Well, that's another thing. We'd be kind of pissed. Notice how people change their attitude towards their convenience. Anyway. Down here a little bit. For this turn. Gates over there, so we're going to hook around to the left. Our gate. And I believe this is going to pick up on the back door, not the front. If memory serves, that's how these gates work. So we can slow it down dramatically. Hook up on the line here. So turn a little bit wide and then come right into it. Nice and easy. And here we are, right here. We are good. Right there. There we go. We are good. We can go into our computer here and set up the chocks and requests for ground power, and we can turn off the runway lights, turn off the APU, we don't need that. I should have turned that on before. That's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the captain turns off the seatbelt sign.
That off.
Once that happens, we will
And
start
we
deboarding,
should be
and you'll be
ready for
able to
ground
leave the
power,
aircraft.
So we
Thank you.
plug that in. There we go. And we can turn off our engines and turn off our fuel pumps.
Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure. The jetway is connecting.
Where's the
Start
jetway?
deboarding once ready.
Here's the jetway. Nope. On this one, it's going to go to the front door. The last gate that I went
Ground
to,
to cockpit.
it hooked to the back door. That's
Go
the way
ahead.
It went. It probably would have if I moved all the way up front there, but it was a stupid
Hi, Captain.
tow truck
Microphone
there
check, please.
for the pushback.
Loud
Sitting
and
there.
clear.
Plus, you don't want to go that far anyway because
Roger.
aircraft.
Okay, Captain. Ground power is available. Stand by. We'll start getting you offloaded in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we're on ground power now anyway.
Roger.
Schmuck. Okay, so let's request deboarding.
The boarding requested.
And I'll do it that way. There we go. Passengers will start getting off. And everything is good there. Yep. All packs are off. Our lights are off. We don't need generators anymore. Make sure that's off. We just keep our strobe there, but turn everything else off. So we're there. So anyway, here we are, Rio, and what's going on with this jetway? Is this having a problem? Okay, let's see if maybe it was connected already and I didn't.
Passengers deboarding starting.
So there it is. You're going to see the passengers start coming out. Get that jetway over there. It was probably already hooked up automatically. And that should be turned off so I could just tell it when to. So when I'm ready. So they're going to start getting off. And they're going to start going right into...
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed your flight today, and I'd like to wish you a safe onward journey. We'll see you again soon. Thank you for flying with us.
Yeah, thank you for flying with us. I'll give you a nice
Ladies
safe
and gentlemen,
landing.
your portable electronic devices
good.
must not be used
Jetway
until
is
you are inside the
all
airport.
set.
When disembarking, please take care and
Okay,
hold
now
onto
they're
the handrails
disembarking.
while walking down the
Here
stairs.
we are.
Please ensure that you supervise your children and for your own safety do not walk underneath the wing.
So everything looks
Thank you.
good. Turn this on the off position. Don't need that anymore. Bring our flaps back to the right position. So everything looks good. We're good to go here. Everybody's getting off. Anyway, I hope you like this flight. And I thank you for watching. This is really, really cool. I love this. I love GSX. It was the best thing I ever got. along with some of the other things. I do like self-loaded cargo, just do some tweaking and fixing for it to work properly, because there is a bunch of bugs, and I'll bring it to your attention right over here and show you. Let's scroll up and see them. First of all, perform a safe landing. It says your landing was perfect, but it's in the kind of the orange, but 99 out of 100 points. Not good. Landing lights, says the landing lights were not switched on. You saw that I did. I had that on at 10,000 feet. The Wi-Fi was not suspended. The crew is supposed to take care of that. And the service provision analysis is bugged out. So what's this? Oh, seatbelt check. When you read the welcome announcement, yeah, I started the welcome announcement, then hit the seatbelt first. That usually doesn't happen, so that's not a bug. But the rest are, definitely is. And so I did a good flight. I should get more points than what I had. Steve should actually be giving everybody extra points for dealing with this, but probably won't. But got 15 people left, and they're unloading. We got 39 items out of 121. Anyway, I'll end this broadcast. I'm sure you don't want to watch all this, but yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Click subscribe if you want to be alerted when I'm live, and you can click like if you like this video. So, thank you for watching, and have a great day. So here we are. We're going to stop the streaming.